Going into the major, this is the exact circumstance that you want to be.
Oh, no way. How do you say that?
So I've been in touch with Luminosity's management team for a little while now, and we haven't had a chance to work together on putting a bootcamp in place. But when the RLCS Copenhagen Major was announced, the team will be flying over the UK from North America to Copenhagen. So it's a perfect opportunity for them to stop off here, see the place for the first time, and get a really great bootcamping experience. Bootcamps for a team are really important, mainly because most players aren't located in the same area, especially in North America where players can be darted all around the country, many hours journey away from each other. Having that synergy where they can all be in the same room and build chemistry and cohesion is really important.
Have you been to America?
I've never been to America, but I've not drove because I was only 11 years old, so I've not.
So you don't remember the trip of over there?
I do remember it, yeah. It was kind of weird because everything you've always expect to turn a different direction because you're on the other side of a road.
Your guys' right turns are left turns.
And you don't have roundabouts either, really, do you? You have just
we have a few roundabouts.
Okay.
I mean, not as common as here.
You call them lollipop ladies?
We call them lollipop ladies, or you call them lollipop ladies?
No.
We have actual lollipop ladies. They stand outside schools and help children cross the road.
What's the other ones?
Oh, lollipop ladies, the stop sign.
Yeah.
Cross guards.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you got.
We call them cross guards. That sounds militant. Yeah. Dude, Kev was in Frankfurt. He went to Frankfurt.
Yeah.
To Copenhagen, to Frankfurt, to here. I was in Toronto. And I was this.
Wait, did you guys play to Toronto first?
Dude, so I'm from Cleveland, so it's right below Toronto. Yeah. So I went from Cleveland to Toronto, waited 7 hours there.
Oh my god.
And then flew to Copenhagen, and then waited, 8-9 hours?
Yeah. So how did you lose your bag in Toronto then? Because where did you fly from? Are you in Texas now still?
Yeah, I went Texas to Toronto, and my layover was so short that they just didn't get my bag on the plane in time.
Texas to Toronto, that's the entire length of the country pretty much, yeah? You're going all the way across the US.
Yeah.
And Texas is at the bottom pretty much. Damn, that's so stupid.
This building?
Yes, please, then try the front, that'd be perfect. Just take a right, next right, keys on out. Welcome to Sheffield.
Yeah. You guys want me to have a great... Whoa! No! Oh, I don't know where I'm going, but
it's okay, just make your way inside, bro. It doesn't matter where you go, as long as you're inside.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, that was I don't know, it's flavour that one.
Juneberry.
I guess it's blueberry or something like that, I guess.
Oh, really?
Blueberry. Yeah. I mean, give it a try, see what happens. I ain't got a clue. Never tried.
I'll try it later.
You got breakfast? You got breakfast yet? This is breakfast.
This is breakfast.
This is breakfast.
You
want something a little bit less sugary and want something to drink? Coffee machine.
Do you guys have water here too?
Yes. Filtered, chilled water. So you can drink tap water in the UK, it's absolutely fine. But if you want something more cold, then that's pretty cold.
Okay.
Ice machine. My favourite investment of the whole place. Ice machine. And that is pretty much the lounge area.
Oh, man. Travel was a hustle for sure. It was 20 plus hours of traveling. It was long, but obviously it's worth it to be here, so.
Oh, the travel was awful. I think it took 36 hours to get here. But once we got here, I slept like a rock.
Not have to worry about missing flights because we almost missed a flight. It's kind of scary, but yeah, we got here.
Sheffield's sick. I've been enjoying it a lot, actually. I think Jack told me there was gonna be nothing here, but I've been pleasantly surprised.
The food is way cheaper for much higher quality. I think that's been the universal thing that we've been talking about in the group. The food is amazing. It's so diverse what you can get here.
The Pracrooms are awesome, dude. They're really good. They're really fun. It's really fun, man. The facility's really nice too. I like the Red Bull.
Awesome.
Pracrooms is sick. I have absolutely zero complaints. I've been to a few facilities, and this is one of the best ones I've been to. The room's good, the PCs are good, the monitors are good, the accommodations are good. There's a ton of good food around here. I'm a big fan of Pracrooms. I'm a Pracrooms advocate.
Boot camping is important for teams, especially going into LANs, because you have to build that team chemistry that can only be done in person. So you can have a lot of online chemistry, but when you go to a major or you go to any type of LAN, you have to be able to have that chemistry in person so you can translate it to the in-person event at a LAN.
It's always good to hang out with your team before a big tournament. You can talk about strats easier, go over replays easier, which is good for LAN as well. You get to practice next to each other, so that's it definitely helps a lot.
I think getting to know the players on a more personal level, this group we have is amazing. And for me, it's the first time I met Cheese. I was in Boston in the spring. So I knew MB and Reddles a little bit. But getting the group together and just having a laugh or You know, being able to fist bump each other or just being with them all day and promoting the group and helping them grow as a team and as individuals is really exciting. So the boot camp is really important for that aspect.
Teams from North America traveling over to Europe have the benefit of access to European scrims. The European region in Rocket League is exceptionally talented. They also have access to equipment they wouldn't have at home, for example, such as the 360Hz Zari monitors, which aren't something necessarily teams have in their home setups.
Oh, no way. How do you say that?
There you go. GG. GG.
Hey, yo, food. You know another one? I hear Jamie say? He says, fair play.
Yeah.
I like fair play. I don't know why. You know why I like fair play? Because it's almost like if I say I like something, and he'll be like, I like something, and I'm like, hell no, and you're like, fair play. And it like completely dissolves the situation. What's going on, man? How you doing?
That's like
I said, how you doing? Good. Oh, it's fun. It's fun, dude. You got a good place here. What'd you say?
It's a nice one, right?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You only get
Yeah, that's all pretty well.
There's just stuff that you can do in boot camps that you can't do online. Like even just like using the whiteboard, being able to like between plays, like Rocket League gives you such a short like 60-second period after games. That like being able to like go up to the whiteboard and like emphasize very like specific points, be like, hey, like this action's happening, like we need to do this, and constantly like reaffirming like what we're doing, I think is really, really good. So we've prepped a lot, but the 5 days I think is a perfect time. I mean, dude, we're a young team. This is his second major. This is my second major. This is his first.
I mean, our team's not very individualistic either. You know, like Cheese had an event where he was scoring a lot of goals, but when you look at our goal participation, no one was in the top 10. It's very spread around, and I think that's part of the culture we have, the way we try to play.
Every once in a while, we show like really, really high ceilings, and every once in a while, you know, maybe too much. Sometimes we show a low floor, but we know what we're supposed to do, and I think everybody's on the same page about what we're supposed to do as well. So it's like going into the major, this is the exact like circumstance that you want to be, where it's like, all right, we know how we want to play. We're all on the same page right now. We've hit those highs, and now it's just time to take it into, you know, on stage. Which at that point, once you're on stage, it doesn't matter.
I think even just how we measure up against EU, Mina, Sam, like these are teams that, apart from the Sam teams, which were in NA next last season, we haven't seen them. So we can anticipate what they're like, but to actually measure up against them is good. And you know, for us, it's just equivalent, really, in the level. There's no difference between a team that's 10th and a team that's 2nd at this level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes EU just looks a lot better because it's very organized, very positional. And then you look at NA, it looks like, what in the hell is going on in NA? But it's two very, very opposite ends of the spectrum. So I think like even just going into this major, it's not that I think that EU is like more talented. I think that they're ahead a little bit right now. But NA has some really, really talented players. Like my team has some really talented players. G2, Gen G, OG, they're all talented players. These are not slouches. And I think that once the EU teams play against us, they're gonna be like, okay, we remember.
I hate boot camping in NA when we have events, and it's like, why? Like, what's the point? I don't know. I think if it's not like international, then it's not really worth it. Or maybe it is, but I just think the pros like here compared to one in NA heavily, you know, outweigh it.
It just all depends like where you're boot camping too. Like when you have a facility like this and everything's walkable and you like set up stuff with the apartments and everything, like it makes sense to be here. But if you're boot camping in North America, first of all, we don't have the infrastructure for it. Second of all, like we all live in America, and if we're just boot camping against like our regional teams, I would rather my players be as comfortable as they can be, which could be like his apartment, it could be, you know, his home where he can sit there and like he doesn't have to worry about anything. But I think for events like majors and LANs coming up, like if there was a big like region or international event in the US, then yeah, we should boot camp a little bit before it. But I don't think it's not as important because we're already there. Like the competition comes to us. For us, we had to come here to the competition. So if we didn't boot camp for this, it would be a problem.
It's all the way back down. Magic Bear back for double tap. Top corner. He is on form today.